Heartless, Forbidden, Book 1. Written by Suzana Thompson. Narrated by Paulina Schubert. Chapter 15. I found Catherine waiting for me at the top of the grand staircase. She was leaning against the banister as she held on to the railing, and I could easily picture her as a romantic heroine in one of those old movies. All she needed was a gown like the one she'd worn yesterday. But she looked right in this setting, even in her black pants and red blouse. It was a sophisticated look that I didn't have as I approached her in my old sweatpants and t-shirt. "I thought you might not know how to find the kitchen," she said. "I don't," I confirmed. "Thanks for waiting for me." We walked down the staircase together as she asked me about my plans for today. I couldn't help grinning when I replied that I was going for a drive. She smiled and said that Kate had told her about my new car. "I love it," I admitted to her. "It's crazy to get a present like that for no reason, but I want to keep it." "Of course you'll keep it," she proclaimed. "It's yours. Robert wouldn't have bought it for you if he didn't want you to have it." "It's just so much," I said. "A brand new car for a present? That's crazy," I repeated. "It's really not for him," she told me. "Have you seen how many cars he has in the garage?" "What's one more?" she laughed. "Seriously, though, just his Jag alone cost 4 times as much as he paid for your car." She made it sound like the price of my car was pocket change for Robert, and it probably was considering his wealth, but it was still a huge deal to me. My wedding present to him and my mom seemed like nothing in comparison to a car. I had splurged on them and paid $40 for a crystal wedding photo frame. It was a lot to spend on a picture frame, but I had been excited about finding something elegant and special for them on my limited budget. Now that thought seemed foolish when I considered that Robert had been able to buy me a brand new car, one which was actually a bargain for him compared to how much he had spent on his other cars. He probably wouldn't even notice one little picture frame along with all the other, more expensive wedding presents from his wealthy guests. I deflated a little while thinking about the insignificance of my gift. Kay had brought my mood down even more with his critical perusal of my outfit. I had been prepared to deal with his smirks over seeing me topless, but his eyes swept disapprovingly over my threadbare t-shirt and comfy old sweatpants. "You need new clothes," he proclaimed. "Could you take her shopping, Mom?" Catherine laughed. "You just said my favorite word." I wanted to tell Kate off for presuming he could make decisions for me, but there was a stranger in the kitchen with us. Hi," I said to her. "That's Lauren," Kate told me. "She's our cook." Lauren frowned before she caught herself and then turned it into a bright smile for me. "I'm Robert's personal chef. What would you like for breakfast?" I didn't miss her emphasizing the fact that Kate wasn't her boss, and I smiled back at her in solidarity. "It's nice to meet you. I'm Lexi, and anything's fine, whatever's easiest for you." "She'll have bacon and eggs," Kate said. He was seated at the huge kitchen island with a plate full of the food he had just ordered for me. I glared at him. "You don't know what I want. Maybe I don't even like bacon," I suggested, even as the smell of it was making me hungry for it. "You said anything," he retorted, "and she already has the pans ready for bacon and eggs." "It's no problem," Lauren hurried to assure me. "I can make whatever you want." "Bacon and eggs sounds good," I admitted as I eyed the pans on the stove that Kate had mentioned. I just didn't want him deciding for me. Lauren smiled in amusement before putting on an attentive expression for Catherine. "What would you like?" she inquired. Catherine sighed. "I would like what they're having, but I'll have oatmeal." Lauren appeared to be disappointed by that answer. "Or I could make you an egg white omelet," she offered. "It's healthy and delicious." Catherine wavered. "I don't want you to go to any extra trouble for me." "It's no trouble," Lauren told her. "I love to cook, and I love to show off my culinary skills," she added with a smile. "Okay," Catherine agreed. "That sounds better than having oatmeal again." Lauren made her omelet while she was cooking my bacon. She had added colorful veggies, and it looked a lot more appetizing than I had expected it to be. Catherine declared it delicious. I said the same thing about my tasty scrambled eggs. Mine never came out that light and fluffy. Lauren beamed at our praise, and I had another surreal moment. I was sitting here in a mansion eating food cooked by a professional chef. The kitchen was so spacious that I wondered why Robert even bothered to eat in the dining room. There was plenty of seating for all of us at the long kitchen island, and I liked the atmosphere in the bright, big kitchen. There was a skylight in here, marble countertops, and gleaming stainless steel appliances. "Are you going shopping after breakfast?" Cade prompted his mom and intruded upon my appreciation of the amazing kitchen he probably took for granted. I began at the same time that Catherine said that I could drive us to the store in my new car. I waited until she finished speaking before beginning my sentence again. "I have clothes. This is just what I wear around the house." I saw no reason to put on my good clothes when I wasn't going out in public. I had been planning to go for a drive, but I could still wear what I had on since I wasn't going to get out of the car. "That's what homeless people wear," Cade remarked. "Cade!" Catherine exclaimed sharply while I burned in embarrassment in front of Lauren. "It's true," he began. "They've got holes in their—" "Cade!" She cut him off furiously and sprang out of her chair. "Apologize to Lexi right now." "I was just saying that she's not poor anymore and she can get—" "Cade!" she yelled. "Go to your room." "Go to my room?" he questioned in a disparaging tone. "What am I, 5? "You had more manners when you were 5, she retorted. "Now go to your room and think about how you've treated Lexi today. Don't come back until you're ready to apologize." "I'm sorry for saying that you can go shopping and buy all the clothes you want," he told me sarcastically. Catherine lost all patience with him. "I said go to your room." "Fine," he said as he stood up. "I won't try to help her out anymore." "I'm sorry." Catherine apologized for him again after he left. I don't know what's gotten into him. Apparently she hadn't known how rude and insensitive her son was. I made no comment because she had now seen his behavior for herself. "Thank you for making breakfast for us," I told Lauren as I stood up. "Yes, thank you," Catherine said. "Take the rest of the day off. We'll grab lunch and dinner out while we're shopping." I turned to her in surprise. "But She interrupted me in a pleading tone. "Don't let Cade spoil your fun. Do you want to ask any of your friends to join us?" She didn't know that I didn't have any friends, and she obviously wasn't going to let this shopping idea go. Either she really wanted to go shopping, or she secretly agreed with Cade about the way I was dressed. Lauren had made herself scarce as soon as Catherine told her she could have the rest of the day off. She probably couldn't wait to escape the drama, and I was tired of it myself. Mom and I hardly ever argued, so I wasn't used to this. It seemed easier to just give in than to keep insisting that I didn't want to go shopping. "I'd rather just go with you," I replied. At least I liked Catherine a lot better than her son, so I could handle spending the day with her. "I'll go change." She looked relieved that I wasn't planning to go out in the clothes I had on, and that confirmed my suspicion that she thought I desperately needed new clothes. In response, I put on a new pair of jeans that I hadn't worn yet, and the only blouse I owned, which I also hadn't worn yet. It was the pink and white plaid design which had been a Christmas present from my mom. The woman really loved to see me in pink. That thought made me remember my bridesmaid dress, but it wasn't where I had left it. I couldn't find it anywhere in my room, and I wondered who could have taken it. Why would anyone want to steal a bridesmaid dress? It wasn't something that I would ever wear again, but it upset me that someone had taken something that was mine. I saw Cade standing across the hall when I stepped out of my room, and I immediately suspected him. "Did you take my dress?" He appeared to be confounded by my question. "What?" "My bridesmaid dress," I clarified. "It's gone." "Oh," he responded in understanding. "Janet probably took it to get cleaned." "Who's Janet?" I asked. "She's the housekeeper," he replied. "She's in charge of the housekeeping staff." He smiled in bemusement then. "Why would you think I took your dress?" "To play a prank on me," I told him. "I saw it was gone, and then I saw you standing out here, so—" "I don't care about your dress once it's off you," he said as his eyes swept over my body. "Cute clothes," he remarked, "but you look better out of them." After the drama with him in the kitchen, it had actually slipped my mind that he had seen me topless. The way he was looking at me now made it clear that he was remembering that incident in vivid detail. "Let's go to my room," he urged seductively. "Sorry," I told him with false sweetness. "I have to go shopping with your mom so that I won't offend you by looking too poor." "I was just trying to help you," he retorted in annoyance. "What's so terrible about telling you you can buy all the clothes you want? Most girls would be thrilled." "Nobody likes to be insulted," I replied. "I wasn't insulting you," he insisted. "I was just talking about your clothes." "Never mind," I said. "You don't get it. And you never will because you don't think about other people's feelings. I walked away from him and my mood lifted. I felt like I was going off on an adventure and leaving him behind, and that was a satisfying feeling.